Good afternoon, fabulous listeners. Welcome to the Gaily News, where we serve the tea piping hot, no sugarcoating, and zero apologies. I'm your host, Elliot Bright, and honey, today we've got a lineup that's equal parts inspiring, infuriating, and international drama. Buckle up, because we're spilling on everything from scout badges to El Capitan rainbows, senior center shade, Cape Town fabulousness, and a seismic shift in Iran that has the whole queer world watching. If you're not sitting down, you might want to be. And, speaking of sitting, first up, Scouting America just told Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to take several seats. He tried to push some birth certificate nonsense and separate facilities, but CEO Roger Crone fired back with a memo that's pure steel. Membership stays open to all youth, trans kids included, now and forever. A spokesperson doubled down, saying that the organization has a steadfast commitment to every young person thriving, and that they remain steadfast in our commitment to providing a place for all young people to learn, grow, and thrive. Love to see an organization actually walking the talk instead of folding under pressure. And speaking of walking tall, let's hop over to Yosemite, where a former park ranger is suing after getting fired for helping drape a massive trans pride flag off El Capitan during Pride Month last year. Officials called it a policy violation, unauthorized banner, safety risks, but the ranger's not having it. The lawsuit filed at the end of last week screams retaliation and discrimination. The suit alleges that this wasn't vandalism, it was visibility for a marginalized community facing increasing attacks. Iconic visibility meets federal court. We're here for the fight. From one flag fight to another kind of visibility issue, let's slide over to San Diego, where LGBTQ+ seniors and donors are raising hell at the local LGBT community center. A $19 million bequest from Maurice Thimot and M. Rust Ronsley was meant specifically for gay senior housing and services, but folks say it's been funneled into general ops instead. Over 50 people signed an open letter calling out transparency fails, disbanded committees, limited board access, and even moved memorial tiles. Donor Charles Kaminsky nailed it. Transparency builds trust. The center says they've paused spending and it'll go where it's supposed to. Seniors demanding accountability? Absolutely serving. Now, for some parade energy that crosses oceans, yesterday in Cape Town, hundreds strutted through the streets for the annual Pride Parade and Mardi Gras. It was all celebration, color, and fierce demands for equality and safety for queer folks across the entire African continent. Visibility with a purpose. Love that global glow-up. And finally, hold on to your wigs, because the biggest story today is straight out of Tehran. Joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes took out Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, along with family and top officials. Iranian state media confirmed it, mourning period declared, retaliatory strikes flying, and President Trump calling it ahead of schedule while urging Iranians to seize the moment. Khamenei ruled since 1989 with one of the harshest anti-LGBTQ regimes on record: death penalty for same-sex activity, executions of gay and bi people, activists charged with promoting homosexuality or corruption on Earth, zero protections, severe pressure on trans folks. Hundreds documented since the revolution, all under his watch. Now, with this power vacuum, diaspora voices and rights groups are cautiously hopeful for eventual reform, but warning of chaos, hardliners stepping in, or worse, risks short-term. The queer community in Iran, and everywhere, deserves better than this nightmare. We're watching every development. It could get better, or it could get a lot worse. And that wraps today's roundup on the Gaily News. Resilience is winning, challenges are real, but we're still here, still loud, still fabulous. Stay informed, support your chosen family, and we'll catch you next time with more unfiltered truth. This is Elliot Bright signing off. Keep shining, darlings.